Hi everybody, I'm Jonathan, messenger for the spirit world. Hope you're all keeping safe and well. I have a lady with me. Okay, she's saying that everybody knew her as Candy. That's the name she would prefer to be called. She's telling me, right, she's saying I've got to say, I'm reluctantly telling him that I'm nearly 40. Okay. And, yeah. Oh, right. She was English, but she lived in France. Right. Okay. She just said mainly holidaying in France, but she had um, a holiday apartment stroke stopover. It wasn't very big. Right. Okay. She says she was a caver, so she says everything was stuffed into this apartment. It was a two-bed apartment. She says nothing major. It was just a cheap apartment that I could stop over when I was either climbing or caving or potholing. And okay, she says so. Most of my gear was there. Uh, she used to spend not most of the time, but she preferred being in France than England, really. Um, all right, she said it must have been a past life. Yes, it must have been. Okay. Right. Okay. She passed into the world of spirit. She through an altercation um, in a restaurant. There was right. Okay. Right. Okay. Yeah. She's saying that they were in a restaurant. Her and a she's telling me that she was divorced, but she had a boyfriend with her. Um, right. Okay. Right. Okay. Her boyfriend's name is David. Um, right. Okay. What happened was they were in a restaurant and they'd been given a table and they were eating, obviously, and um, another couple hadn't turned up at the time that they should have done. So that table was allocated to Candy and David. They were eating the meal. Of course, these couple came in and complained, and an argument ensued. And nothing happened until they got outside, and Candy's telling me that she was hit at the back of the head. Although she says they think it was meant for David, and I don't know if they missed or they got it wrong or whatever happened, but she was hit at the back of the head, and she was unconscious and everything. Well, she went and had checkups and things like this, and it wasn't until she came back to England and right, okay, she's telling me that it was 2 days later and she didn't feel right and her head started swelling up and her head started going a reddy colour, and she says it just didn't feel right. And what happened, she got a bleed on the brain, because of this blow to the back of the head. She says normally it wouldn't, it would have just been a lump or something like that, but they must have hit her in the wrong place, and it caused a bleed on the brain. And unfortunately, because they'd missed it originally it wasn't their fault, because the brain hadn't started bleeding then by that time, she's telling me, and the medical staff in France missed it, and it's not their fault. She says it wouldn't have shown up anyway. And when she came back to England, of course, it started bleeding, and unfortunately, because of the pressure and everything, and she went into an operation. Sorry, she's talking to me. She's really giving me lots of information here, and it's yeah. Just slow down, please. Yeah. Once she was admitted to hospital, she went in for an operation. She went in for an operation to relieve the pressure, and by the time this happened, unfortunately, they couldn't repair the damage that had been done. They found that a piece of her bone had been dislodged, and unfortunately, because of the pressure, it took her into the world of spirit. She says, trust me. She says, I went under the anaesthetic. She says, I can't believe it. She says, I thought I was always going to go in a cave somewhere that I loved doing, but she says, at the end of the day, it didn't work out that way. So, but she's got no regret. She says, I would have. It's a shame that she had to leave, but she did. Right. But she's no regret. She's done everything that she wanted to do and needed to do, and she's happy. This is a message for her mother, Nicola, who she's saying misses her, and but she says there's nothing you could have done. Right. Okay. She's showing me 13 months. Is that when you... Yeah. 13 months ago she's telling me that she passed. So it's still quite a nervous, raw subject. So, she's trying to relieve her mother's pain. And she's saying that she's not to worry. Yeah. Right, okay. She's saying, you can sell all my carabiners and my ropes. She says, I don't think the ropes would be any good to anybody else anyway, but she says all my equipment, she says, you can sell it. She says, it's no good to you. She says, and it's certainly no good to me anymore. And she says, get rid of it. So, okay. Okay, she's saying that she left a posy for you. She left a posy for you on your doorstep, and you wondered who had put it there. Well, it was her that had put it there to show you that she's around, and she keeps smelling. Right, okay, she's saying, I smell of caves. So when you get an earthy, cavey smell, she says, it's me. But she also used to like flowers. So carnations were her favourite, and that's what she liked. And that's the smell that you will smell when she's around. Right, okay, she's just saying, I love you as much as what I always did, and I always think about you, and I'm always around you. So don't worry, you're never on your own, and the love from me and the spirit world is all around you all the time. Right, okay, she's saying night night, Mum and Nicola, and I'll come round again. I love you, thank you. She's pulling away now, and okay, bless you, thanks. I'd just like to say thank you so much for tuning in and liking what I do, and I'll see you on the next one. God bless, bye for now.